The whole modern day education system is just to keep you in continuous confusion in the name of imaginary fear-based plans. I am not against planning. I am against enjoying your confusion, laziness, stupidity in the name of planning. Completely disconnecting you from reality and the requirements of the life is modern day education, where you are taught very well to do the psychodrama. Hey, I may not contribute, but if I am not there, I will collapse. If you know to play that game, you can raise the ladder of the corporate ladder. Because the education system is basically to cheat others. So naturally the fellows who are evolving through that system will be cheating the owners. It is like you cheat me, I cheat you. The whole thing is vengeance based. No doubt, when you build large buildings and develop a city, you need to understand how the sewage water need to go out, how the electricity circuit need to be provided, how the drinking water supply need to happen, how the people who are using the city will come in and go out. No doubt. But surely planning cannot replace living. The fundamental damage done is making the person believe life is difficult. Once the person starts believing life is difficult, even picking up this and keeping there becomes a big project plan. Will this table take the weight, and the weight is 200 gram, and the table's depth and the material in which table is made of, and the stress test, by then the logic to come to a conclusion is forgotten. Now with what question you started thinking, what for you started your analysis is forgotten. This corporate project planning established in the fundamental false understanding life is difficult. Anything, I tell you, if you know to pick up the simple thought current, you can just go on breaking this stagnant attitude and the status quo and go on be breaking. And I have seen people are afraid of breaking many things. Oh, then we're just progressing. That is what? What else is life then? And not just expanding the city, expanding this universe is our life. I am looking at billions expanding their consciousness and having access to all the multi-dimensions of the universe. In every step of the life, in every move of the life, expanding is education. Not entertaining confusion to justify your existence. Not only feeling stuck, making that as a legitimate system is modern education. If somebody can verbalize beautifully and make a PowerPoint presentation about getting stuck, it is called corporate strategy planning meeting. End of the day, a few cup of coffee and burger, pizza, Coke bottles have disappeared. That's all, nothing else. Move. Break the status quo. That is life. If you are studying about status quo, that is education. Nobody wants a report about status quo. Everyone wants only to break the status quo. Break the status quo. I am not interested in a report about the status quo. This is the greatest secret for being successful forever. Actually, I am going to make only 3 statements. Listen. Consciousness resides in you in the shape of intense light, in the shape of your thumb. See, just this thumb size, angushta matra. Thumb size, alive, intense life, tejas. That is consciousness. It stays inside you, thumb size light. Listen carefully. When I breathe tejas into your life, you will see the consciousness as an intense light in the size of your thumb. Angushtamatra purushaha. The size of the thumb, consciousness, purusha, resides in you. This is the first statement. Second, that purusha is connected to all the minor chakras of your body. When I infuse energy into the purusha of you, the angushtamatra, your will to exist, your consciousness, your soul, it spreads to all the minor chakras and into your life. Listen. Listen to this. When the energy manifests into your minor chakras and from your minor chakras into your whole life, everything you want will go on be happening. And your consciousness, your free will to do right or wrong is your power. That size of the thumb, angushta matra purusha in you, size of the thumb as a pure tejas, life, energy, consciousness, your soul is staying inside you, which controls all the minor chakras. And that pure tejas, soul, can reflect Paramashiva himself. You don't need to feel shy in front of Paramashiva. His compassion, he made all of us from his own core material. See, the material out of which he made himself, the same material he took and made us also. Like the clay in which we make Ganesha, with the same clay we make the mouse, which eats all the Nithyananda we keep for Ganesha. The material with which Ganesha is made, out of the same material, the mouse, the cat, sorry, not cat, rat, the mouse, Ganesha's Vahana is also made. Same way, Paramashiva, the material with which he made himself, out of the same material, he just took material from him and made us. That material is that Angushta Matra Purusha. Parameshwara, when he made, Paramashiva, when he made himself, he took that same material and made all of us. That material is Angushta Matra Purusha, freedom to do right or wrong, free will to do right or wrong. So I'll give you the just three truths. Your consciousness, free will to do good or bad, right or wrong, that is residing in you as Angushta Matra Purusha, the thumb size conscious soul in you. First. Second, all the minor chakras of your body is controlled by that Purusha. So when energy comes from Kailasa and enters into the Purusha, from Purusha that energy goes to all minor chakras and oozes out to your life. That's the second. Third, your consciousness is the passport and visa for you to go to Kailasa, Maha Kailasa. Even rishis and devatas don't have that. They have to come to human plane and take this body, only then they can go. This is the airport. They may be living anywhere, but they have to come to the airport to get into the flight. Even if he is the head of the nation. So that's the first thing. Second, Paramashiva made us from the same material out of which he made himself. It is like he manifested himself and just took some part of his own himself and made each one of us. And that part which he himself took it out of himself, that part is what is Angushta Matra Purushaha. Thumb size consciousness. So now, I will import more tejas, energy, consciousness from Maha Kailasa and infuse into all your Angushta Matra Purushaha. So, it radiates into your minor chakras and from minor chakras oozes out into your life. Swamiji, where in the body Angushta Matra Purusha resides? That actually differs from person to person. There's no such thing. See, generally, it resides in Anandagandha, just below the heart, above the navel. Just below the heart, below the Anagara chakra, above the navel chakra, this region. Generally, but it is not mandatory. You have to experience Angushta Matra Purusha only there. Sometimes you will experience even on the third eye, the Angushta Matra Purusha. Sometimes very highly evolved beings experience even on the Dwadashanta, means 12 inch above the Sahasrara. Dwadashanta. Each kshetra in Hindu tradition is considered as one chakra. For example, Tiruvannamalai is considered as a Manipura chakra, navel center. And Chidambaram is considered as heart chakra, Anahata chakra, heart center. Madurai is considered as Dwadashanta Sthala. That is why in my name, our national anthem, Kailasa national anthem, you will see Kailasonnata Dwadasanta Shyamala Pita. Among the Kailasa's manifestation, the highest Unnata, Dwadashanta. Madurai is considered as Dwadasanta Sthala, Kshetra. Angushta Matra Purusha can be experienced in any place. Is Angushta Matra Purusha, same as Atma Rama. Yes, you can call it as Atmanada, Atma Rama, Atmeshwara, and all those words means the same. Angushta Matra Purusha. In Upanishad, we use one more word, Pratyagatma Chaitanya. Even that word is Angushta Matra Purusha. Atma Rama can be used to say Angushta Matra Purusha. Atma Linga, even that word is used as an equivalent to Angushta Matra Purusha. Upanishad uses at least 20 different words to explain the Angushta Matra Purusha in the same meaning. So Atma Rama is one of the words. The Ramayatis, Ramayat Sampradayis, they call the same Angushta Matra Purusha as Atma Rama. Listen carefully. The cognition's inner software which operates your system, which generates your desire patterns, your joy patterns, your pleasure patterns, your greed patterns, your fear patterns, your anxiety patterns, your depression patterns, your frustration patterns, your good idea of your bad, your right, wrong, all which you generate, which is generated inside your system continuously. That source software should operate with more and more by the qualities of consciousness, Paramashiva. Not by the qualities and ideas of body, but by the qualities and ideas of Paramashiva, superconsciousness, consciousness. The state, space, powers and being of Paramashiva. Beautifully Krishna says, the consciousness can neither be killed, nor be burned, or be made wet. The great qualities of consciousness should be your cognition about you. Consciously decide to program, meditate, contemplate, declare to yourself, you are consciousness, Paramashiva. Even with you, behave yourself as Paramashiva. Even with you, behave yourself as Paramashiva. That is the highest integrity to Paramashiva. Understand? If you think you have something other than Paramashiva, you abuse Paramashiva. How can anything other than Paramashiva exist? Then you are more powerful than Paramashiva. He is the only Purusha. No other Purusha exists other than Paramashiva. So even with yourself, behave as Paramashiva is integrity to Paramashiva. This is the best way you will prepare yourself for Paramashivoham experience. Reality. Listen. Reality is what I am going to work now in this superconscious mutation process. Listen. You are alive. You are alive. That's the only reality. You have some amount of money. You have certain property. All this is imagination approved by society and law of the land, but not reality. How many of you are realizing it? Raise your hand. You are alive is only reality. You have some amount of money. Is your imagination accepted by your bank? You have certain properties. Is an imagination accepted by your country? You have wife or husband. Is your imagination accepted by your spouse? The day your spouse decides, he or she does not accept your imagination of having a spouse, over. Bye. You are alive is only reality. You are alive is the only reality. Everything else is an imagination accepted by certain people at certain level in certain zone. How many of you are understanding? Other than you being alive, everything else is imagination. How many of you realizing this truth? Other than you are alive. That's the only reality. Listen, even if you think you have a 6 feet body, you have a beautiful body, or you have an ugly body, all this is also imagination inserted into you by certain people, accepted by certain people, and kept alive by certain people. Your shape, size can change anytime, and it is constantly changing. Sometimes more than 3 pounds a day you change. Up, down. 3 pounds a day you change. Listen. More the reality is infused by Paramashiva, his superconsciousness, more powers you manifest. Delusions disappear. Life becomes powerful, real, energetic. Don't be afraid of reality. That's all. Don't forcibly cling to delusion. Don't forcibly cling to delusion. If your life becomes more and more energetic, powerful, delusions lose power over you. In multi-level, evolve in reality. Let every day of your life raise you more and more into reality. Ravana is not wrong when he shows his power. He was wrong when he was trying to possess Kailasa, control Kailasa. If Ravana has not played with Paramashiva, he would not have been destroyed. If he has not tried to do games with Kailasa and Paramashiva, he would not have been destroyed. Same way Bhasmasura. If he has not tried to go after Paramashiva, destroy Paramashiva, he would not have been destroyed. Same way Daksha. See, Bhasmasura lived 16,000 years. Only when he decided to stretch his hand on Paramashiva, he was destroyed. 16,000 years he ruled the world happily. Ravana lived 12,000 years. Go and see the Ramayana. 12,000 years. Only when he decided to disturb Kailasa, Nandi gave the curse. It is Nandi's curse. Vanarasena came and destroyed Ravana. You don't need to drop your knowledge. Keep knowledge to play with the world. Keep integrity to play with Kailasa. Keep knowledge to play with the world. Be strategic. Same with Daksha. Daksha did thousands of yajnas. He lived quite a long time. He was a Prajapati, president of the humanity. I don't know how many of you understand what Prajapati means. He was the head of the humanity, whole humanity. Only when he started directly attacking Paramashiva, he got destroyed. Having power, having knowledge, showing it in the world is not wrong. You get into mess only when you try to behave like Ravana, try to damage Kailasa, or try to put your hand on Paramashiva, or like Daksha try to fight with Paramashiva. Only then you get into trouble. Otherwise, you will never have trouble. Delusion with deluded people is not wrong. But when you try to show your delusion with reality, means Paramashiva, Kailasa, that is where you mess. Be boss to the world. Be a simple disciple to Paramashiva. Then you will be successful forever. As long as Ravana did not try to possess Kailasa, he lived ruling 3 worlds. I don't know how many of you know Ravana had the title Ravaneshwara. Ravana was living like a Ishwara for 3 worlds. Only when he decided to possess Kailasa, try to shake Kailasa, he got into the mess. Within 3 years he was killed. When he decided to take Kailasa and try to move Kailasa, after that only 3 years he lived. That's all. 12,000 years he lived as a Ishwara because he tried to disturb Kailasa. Only 3 years. Within 3 years he was destroyed. Ravana would have been great if he has not tried to fight with Kailasa. Nobody could have killed Bhasmasura if he has not stretched his hand on Paramashiva. Daksha would have been the Prajapati. I don't know how many of you know Daksha is a Smritikara. He wrote the first jurisprudence. Manu Smriti was second, not first. Daksha Smriti was the first. Manu Smriti was second. Because Daksha Smriti was discarded by Paramashiva, Manu Smriti became popular. I don't know how many of you know. How many of you know that Daksha is the son-in-law of Manu? Manu's daughter is Daksha's wife. Because Daksha Smriti was discarded, Paramashiva asked Manu to write one more Smriti. So Manu wrote the Smriti, that became the jurisprudence for human beings. Otherwise, the first jurisprudence was written by Daksha. Because he directly dared to attack Paramashiva, he was destroyed. Otherwise, he would not have been destroyed. Delusion being used with deluded people is okay. But don't try to use the delusion on reality. That is the only place where you mess it. Your delusion becomes too much. You think through your delusion you can play with reality. You can't sit in negotiation table with Paramashiva. You can't threaten Paramashiva. You can't use greed, fear, anything to deal with Paramashiva. Understand that. Simple, straightforward surrender. Conversational relationship. You will always win and protected. You will see everyone whom I am protecting and constantly winning in their life games. Just see, only thing they have is conversational relationship with me. That's all. And I know they will not try to use their delusion, fear, anger, violence, greed to deal with me. Use all that to deal with the world, not with me. If you use your delusion, you will make millions into billions in Wall Street. Because the whole Wall Street is delusion. Use delusion where the delusion is useful. If you use your strategies, your delusion, knowledge, everything in Wall Street, you will make millions into billions. Less than a year, you will make. But if you use your delusions, your knowledge on Kailasa or on Paramashiva, you will lose everything.
Angushta Matra Purusha. This is one of the most important subjects for all of us to understand. Can I request every one of you to post what is Angushta Matra Purusha mean? Swamiji just elaborately revealed to us on Angushta Matra Purusha. So what is Angushta Matra Purusha? Can I request each of you to post what, according to you, is Angushta Matra Purusha? Come on, Ma Sarah Patrizia and Ma Hedi, Ma Priyatma Swarupini. Come on, can I request every one of you to share what, according to you, is Angushta Matra Purusha? That Swamiji just revealed to us elaborately about. Maning, come on. Yes, beautiful. Angushta Matra Purusha means the thumb-sized consciousness. The consciousness, all of us have it inside of us. The thumb-sized consciousness, the consciousness inside of us exists in the size of a thumb, like in the size of a thumb. So as per the size of your thumb, the consciousness exists inside you. The soul, Atman, Paramatma, Jivatma, whatever you call it. That thumb-sized consciousness exists inside of you, inside of each and every one of us. And this thumb-sized consciousness, this is what we call as Atma Rama, Paramatma, Paramapurusha, every whatever way you call it. This is that thumb-sized consciousness that exists inside of us. Now, the question here is for every one of us to experience, manifest this experience. The one thing that we need to remember is what you cognize as you, upon what you center the identity of you. That matters. Because if you center your identity upon something that is ephemeral, that is not eternal, then all the definitions, the connotations that you carry about you as you is going to constantly keep changing. The moment you start cognizing you as consciousness, the way you experience you, the way you understand you, the way you relate with yourself completely changes. This is the exact principle that Swamiji revealed to us through this session, beautiful session on Angushta Matra Purusha, the thumb-sized consciousness. And this is one of the most beautiful forms, or sorry, one of the most beautiful truths for us to experience the forms of consciousness. Actually, I still remember in 2013, Swamiji had given us the whole Ishavasya Upanishad Satsang series in 2014. Sorry. So, Swamiji used to explain to us, take us through the understandings of what is consciousness and how we can experience that consciousness. That time, Swamiji made a very beautiful statement. Swamiji said, consciousness is manaso javiyaha, swifter than the mind, which means any attribute you add to consciousness, any quality you add to consciousness only becomes an attribute of it and does not become the definition of it. You can never really say that, okay, this is what is a definition of consciousness. Can you know, right? You can never say, because consciousness, by the time you define consciousness, it changes. Have you all heard of the story where 5 friends, each one are blind? Okay. So they're all taken to an elephant and they're all said, like, each of you go ahead and describe how the elephant looks. So they all go and one man touches the trunk of the elephant and he says, oh, elephant is a long tube-like animal. Okay. The other guy goes to the leg and he says, not tube-like, this is a long tree trunk, like, how we feel a tree. This animal is like that. The other guy goes to the third guy, goes to the belly of the elephant. So he touches that and he says, no, he's like a wall. Elephant is like wall like an animal. The fourth guy touches the tail. And then he says, what you are talking? Elephant is like a rope like animal. The fifth guy touches the ear and he says, all of you are wrong. Elephant is like a fan, like the fan that we all used to. No, he's that type of an animal. Now tell me, if someone tries to describe a huge elephant with just its ear, the ear is only one attribute of an elephant. The legs are only one attribute of the elephant. Now for each of us in life, it's the exact same thing. All what we cognize as us is only an attribute of consciousness. You say consciousness is all pervasive, it's an attribute of consciousness. You say consciousness is not, consciousness is beyond known, unknown, that is an attribute of consciousness. Consciousness is big, that's also an attribute of consciousness, because nothing can really explain to us what consciousness actually is. If you see Swamiji's life, right, you will just see this one principle, never getting stuck, never experiencing status quo in life. If you don't, if you don't expand, you're straight shrinking. There is no something in between. No. Either you expand or you shrink. There's a free fall. Either you keep becoming authentic, more authentic, or there's a straight free fall from authenticity. There is no such thing as, oh, this is all is my authenticity. I will be this authentic. It never works that way. So the greatest secret for being successful forever is to understand that the law of life is life has no status quo. Consciousness resides in you as thumb size, Angushta Matra Purusha. Consciousness spreads to all minor chakras into your life. Everything you want will go on happening because you are consciousness. As consciousness, you are free to choose between the right or the wrong. It's up to you. You can choose to do something wrong, you can choose to do something right, but because you're consciousness, by your nature, you are free to choose what you want to choose. Are all of you getting it? Are all of you catching it? How many of you are understanding? Great. Wonderful. Now, I request every one of you here to please type down what you understood as the thumb size consciousness. And I request each of you to please post that in the chat. Can I request every one of you to post in the chat? Now, I'm going to request all of you to cognize this one thing. So, like Swamiji said, other than the truth that you are alive, everything else is imagination. Other than the one Satya, you as consciousness are all pervasive. You exist everywhere. The same consciousness that you are is the same consciousness that I am, is the same consciousness that Swamiji is. All of us are made of the same substance, the same consciousness. Paramashiva Dhatu, like Swamiji is saying, right? Whether the clay that Paramashiva used to make Ganesha or the clay Paramashiva used to make Mushika are all one and the same. It is the same Dhatu, the Paramashiva Dhatu. Paramashiva uses that same substance, and using that only he is making all of us in his own mold. Catching it? You know why this understanding is important? Because everything is Paramashiva's own mold. You will start understanding that whatever happens in life, whether good, bad, right, wrong, you will start seeing each of them as an embodiment of Paramashiva. You will never be able to have complaining attitude towards life. You will only have completing attitude towards life, never complaining attitude towards life. When you cognize yourself as this, you will literally experience this thumb size consciousness. That's what Swamiji told. Every time you feel like very restless, you feel very depressed, you feel very excited, you feel very tired, whatever your emotion is, actually try focusing on the consciousness, the Atma Rama, the Atmalinga, the inner part of it, the inner consciousness inside you. Try bringing your entire awareness and focus there. Concentrate and cognize that you're in oneness with the source, with Paramashiva, with Swamiji sitting in this beautiful samadhi state. From that space, any action you take, you're not cognizing yourself as just the 6-foot form. You're actually experiencing yourself as the expanse of the whole universe. So what will happen? All the access that you gain, it will not be in the level of a human being, it will be in the level of the whole universe. See, for example, if you're a clerk in an office, the level of access you have, you will have access to the files you're supposed to work. You have access to the few people that you have. Versus if you're the CEO of the whole company, then imagine what happens. You have access to everything, right? There's going to be no restrictions for you. You have access to everything. Same way, when you cognize you are Paramashiva, you will have access to everything around you. You will not have to be dependent on anything external for you to have experience, know, or manifest something. Understanding? Today, actually, all of us are going to be manifesting this very power of Kamacharitvam. This power is manifested when you just experience immense gratitude inside of you. This Kamacharitvam is a very beautiful power where at the same time, you'll be able to be there in multiple places. And I'd like to show you all how Swamiji himself had played this Leela. And let us watch that now.
July 5th, 2017 marks as a historical day by yet one another of the countless Leelas, divine plays of the avatar His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Paramahamsa Nithyananda appears in 2 places at once, giving darshan to Nithyananda Peetham, Trishulam Adinam, Chennai. In the early hours of Brahma Muhurta at 4 a.m. on the 5th of July, Nithyananda Peetham in Trishulam Adinam was up and alive, taking part in their morning spiritual routine of performing Nithyananda Yoga. This picture was taken at around 4:05 a.m. by a sannyasi in Trishulam Adinam to record the attendance for the morning yoga session. Little did she know that in the attendance was none other than Paramahamsa Nithyananda himself. It was after the image was captured that the form of His Holiness was noticed in the picture. It is undeniably his physical form as evidenced by the shadow appearing in front of him. Also, pictured is an image taken of Paramahamsa Nithyananda at Bengaluru Adinam on the night of about 10:30 p.m. where he was giving darshan to the participants of the 43rd Inner Awakening, and at 6 a.m. on 4th of July during Pratyaksha Pada Puja where he was physically present. This event was broadcasted live on Nithyananda TV and via two-way video conferencing witnessed by thousands worldwide. There are eyewitness records of people around His Holiness as he was getting ready for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja in Bengaluru Adinam on the morning of 4th of July. The city of Bengaluru is about 340 kilometers away from Trishulam, Chennai, thus ruling out even the possibility for a flight taken. The form of His Holiness in the picture has the same attire and form as he had yesterday evening on 3rd of July as he initiated his disciples into Vishesha Diksha. Srimad Bhagavatam, the Vedic scripture that precisely records and reveals the happening of various avatars of the past, present and future, describes the avatar in its complete form. Having clearly established that His Holiness was present in Bengaluru Adinam, hundreds of miles away from Chennai, the lucky group of devotees in Trishulam saw the same form of Paramahamsa Nithyananda as he was during the state of being in Samadhi yesterday after initiating his disciples in Bengaluru into the ancient Shaivite ritual of Vishesha Diksha. His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda is seen adorning the sacred kavi cloth given to him by his Guru and Nithyananda Sangha's Paramaguru Arunagiri Yogeshwara, who is an incarnation of Sadashiva himself in Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala. Swamiji has blessed that huge positive explosion is going to happen in Trishulam. Sadashiva has assumed the same form to supervise and bless Nithyananda Peetham Trishulam Adinam.
Swamiji, as the avatar of Paramashiva, has time and again manifested this exact same science. And Swamiji very beautifully manifested this experience for us. See, the whole happening where Swamiji is coming, he is himself becoming available. He's doing like at the same time, Swamiji was in Bidadi, completely different state, to manifesting in Chennai, some hundreds of kilometers apart. This is a very practical science. Swamiji, as the avatar of Paramashiva, is showing us that it is actually possible. And as consciousness, we also can do the same. Today, we are going to be manifesting this power of Kamacharitvam. And to take us through this, how we can manifest, what is the right powerful cognition to manifest this? We're going to be having Manitya Yoga Pranananda joining us.
Nithyananda. So let us now enter into the power manifestation session, where we are going to be manifesting the power of Kamacharitvam, being able to manifest ourselves in two places or more than two places at once. So now, for all of you, you might be shocked, confused. How can I do this? It's not possible. How can I be at two places in the same time? So many of you might be confused and wondering how this power is possible and how you can manifest this power. So before we directly enter, let us understand a little bit about this power. See, by nature, all of us are from the same source. We are all Paramashiva and we are all one and the same. But we have different bodies, different forms, different traits, different appearances, different attributes. But we are all from the same source. But we are also conditioned to believe that we are separate from the nature, we are separate from the existence, that we are separate from even a person who we live with. We are so conditioned to believe that we are separate, and that is what makes us so insensitive to nature, to everything around us. For example, every day we walk on the ground, every day we drink some water, every day we see the plants, trees, nature around us. But even once, do we stop and think, hey, that is a part of me? For example, now how I can move my hand with my will. Do we stop and think, hey, that tree is a part of me? It's like, just like how I can move my hand, that is also a part of me. No, right? And it might sound absurd even when I'm mentioning it, because we are so conditioned to believe that that is something else and that is not a part of us. Whereas to manifest this power of Kamacharitvam, we need to have the context and the understanding that we are one and the same. And even though we are from one source, we can manifest ourselves everywhere. So to make this easy for us to understand, let me show you visually. So as you can see over here, I have a cardboard box along with me, and I have a lamp along with me. So as you can see, this cardboard box is just as it is, lit up by the minimal amount of light which is there in front of me. But now if I take this lamp and place it inside, the entire box is lit up with the radiance of the lamp, right? So even though the fire, the light is from the lamp, it is pervading all around me. It is going and it is completely lighting up the box. Yes? So now if I take this box and place it inside, it's causing a shadow in the box, isn't it? This shadow, it is not that the light is not there, but because I've put some obstacle in front of the light, it is causing a shadow in the box. So let's imagine that shadow as all our imaginary incompletions or all our conditionings which we have, that we are not one with the nature, that we are separate from the nature. The shadow is just because an object is there. But again, if I remove this object, the light will pervade throughout the entire box, right? So just like that, when we put our own obstacles in front of us, thinking that you cannot be in more than one place at once, or feeling that you are not in one with everything around you, that our imaginary fears or conditionings, cognitions, all of that is like a shadow. That doesn't mean that the light is not there, right? So just like that, even though we are from one source, we can be everywhere at the same time. I hope all of you are able to relate to this. I request all of the participants to go ahead and please share whether this is relatable in the chat section below. So now we are going to be entering into the power.
Nithyananda. Now, let us all enter into manifesting the power of Kamacharitvam. So, basically, what this power is where the consciousness, right? We as consciousness exist everywhere. Is there any place, like even if you see, even air is not all pervasive. Vacuum is there. There is nothing as all pervasive as consciousness is. The moment you identify yourself just with your body, which is limited to this 6-foot frame or whatever your height is, right? You will limit all your access, resources, knowledge, everything to that much only, right? Am I right? Now, the moment you know you are beyond it, the way that you can access everything will upgrade. Is it not? The same thing, when you cognize yourself as consciousness, the Angushta Matra Purushaha in you, you will experience yourself pervading every single place, which means what? The information that you know, what you see around you, everything will change. Now, let us enter into this power. I request each of you to connect with the partner in the first round. Let us do a warm-up kind of a power manifestation where we are going to be first starting with manifesting the power of remote vision, which means here each of you, I request every one of you to connect to a partner. You're going to be scanning the details of where a place that the partner gives, how many rooms it has, the color of the house, number of rooms, etc. Clear? Shall you all start? Please connect to your partner. Start the power manifestation.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Mahamahavagya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahamagya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into Samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva to wake up in you. Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahamagya puts me in Samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahamagya. Mahamagya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahamagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om
Relax.
Nithyananda
Slowly settle down. I request each of you to share how many of you have manifested. Whatever your experience was, whether you have started seeing, or sometimes you may not really see things, but we may feel like you have started at least experiencing, okay, you're able to see the house, or you feel you're getting some pictures, you're getting some visuals. Whatever it is, please post that in the chat and keep describing that to us. Whatever your experience is of the whole power manifestation, please describe that to us in the chat.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I request every one of you to share with us. See, please understand, the more and more as you keep manifesting it, right, you will start having a breakthrough in the way you experience. You'll start seeing a huge shift in the way you experience a power manifestation, which means the way you interpret what you see versus how you see it currently versus how you'll actually be able to see it will be very different. Now, we're going to be entering into the next session where we learn about Sankhya, the multi-dimensional logic. Let us now listen to the session.
Signs of intangible but powerful. Signs of intangible but powerful happenings of life is called spirituality. Things which is not cognizable by your binary logic and binary logic's reach, but things are which are happening as per multidimensional logic of the universe, and which is very important component of life. That is called spirituality. And arrogantly blindfolding yourself with the binary logic is called delusion. Person who awakens you from your binary logic to multidimensional logic is Guru. Understand? Each fundamental force has its own Sankhya, rational logic. Please listen. The word Sankhya, I am roughly translating it into rational logic, but it is too superficial word. Like if you translate the word Jivan Mukta into enlightened being, how soppa it looks. Same way only, the Sankhya, if you translate that word into rational or logic, it is soppa. But no other word. Maybe I can come up with a new word called multidimensional logic. Sankhya is multidimensional logic. See, each of the fundamental force, like a gravity, has its own Sankhya, its own Vaiseshika, its own Nayayika. The logic with which it exists, logic with which it operates, logic with which it expands. Listen carefully. The multidimensional logic with each force exists, operates, expands is different. I am talking from multidimensional logic, Sankhya, rational of reality, truths of vertical time zone, multidimensional logic of space. Listen. Having clean stomach and having deep sleep can change the way people around you react towards you. Understand? Because I know the multi-dimensional logic of the space, I am making this statement. If you remove the clutter, chaos, confusion, delusion, the agitation which pushes you to react constantly and even start fighting within you, in your head, if you just clean them up, suddenly you will see the space you are living. You will have a better home, beautiful place. Suddenly the way people respond to you, the situations you attract in your life, all that becomes different. Just like gravity has its own logic, consciousness has its own logic. Brahmanda, cosmos, is Pindanda, the body you are carrying. If you decide, we all need to know, decisions are not a logical thought current. It is Sankhya, multi-dimensional logical force. Sankalpa is not one more thought or idea you have. Listen carefully. Conscious visualization is impacting your inner and outer reality in multi-dimensional way. Conscious visualization is the Sankhya, multi-dimensional logic way. I'll repeat, listen. Conscious visualization, Satya Sankalpa, is the way you can impact your inner and outer reality drastically. This powerful cognition is the Sankhya, multi-dimensional logic of consciousness and Parashakti. We all underestimate the power of conscious visualization. Do not underestimate the power of conscious visualization, because conscious visualization directly impacts the space, Akasa Tattva. Akasha Tattva is powerful enough to manifest what you want in your life. Multi-dimensional, functional logic of Akasha Tattva. Space principle, the space power. I will reveal it to you now. Listen. What I am revealing now will become reality to all the beings who declare their integrity to me. Listen. If you want, take few seconds and consciously declare your integrity to me. It does not require you to give your money or any precious things you think as your possession. Nothing need to be renounced. Be very clear. I am putting it very clearly. Now, you declaring your conscious integrity to me does not require anything to be, anything which you like or love as your life to be given away. Conscious integrity is the Sankhya, multi-dimensional logic, methodology through which you connect your spiritual umbilical cord connection to me. The Sri Kailasa, Paramashiva is manifesting in Bhuloka is to keep this grand truth alive. Paramashiva is real. Paramashiva Jnana is real. Maha Kailasa is real. And it is manifesting as Sri Kailasa in Bhuloka. Multi-layer delusion has entered into human life due to various reasons And also for quite a long time, the same way of binary logic is being promoted instead of multi-dimensional logic. See, if Nayayika, Nyaya, Vaiseshika is promoted all over the world, people will have a sense and openness to higher possibility and powers. Unfortunately, the binary logic is promoted, yes or no. There is no other than these two is even allowed in the day-to-day cognition or experience or existence. That's a very low level of existence. I tell you, if human beings are taught Sanskrit and Nyaya and Vaiseshika, multi-level logic, multi-dimensional logic, surely humanity will be a much beautiful place. Planet Earth will be a much beautiful place. Humanity will be in much better situation, position. Because in multi-dimensional logic, it is never yes or no. It is possibilities, exploring the possibilities and powers. Life itself is exploring the possibilities and powers. Life is all about living, not about conclusions. Not about conclusions, all about living, exploring. Not about conclusions, but about exploring. Understand? Prayer. Asking Paramashiva, deeply requesting him to keep the Guru Bhakti and Paramashiva Bhakti alive. The prayer protects you forever. And prayer is capable of awakening Nyaya Vaiseshika, multi-dimensional logic in you. Understand? Multi-dimensional logic and devotion are very closely connected. That is why the great Nyaya Vaiseshika Pandit Chaitanya became a great devotee. And many great devotees like Ramanuja, Madhva are highly intelligent and masters of Nyaya Vaiseshika, the multi-dimensional logic. Understand? The multi-dimensional logic. Nyaya Vaiseshika. And extremely powerful, grand truth. The Paramashiva is real. Kailasa, Mahakailasa is real. This truth can be cognized by your being, can be digested by your being. The multi-dimensional logic can become your reality with a deep prayer, and the deep prayer can awaken the multi-dimensional logic, and multi-dimensional logic thinking will awaken prayer and devotion. It's like a virtuous circle. One feeds into the other. One feeds into the other. One feeds into the other. Understand? Sankhya, multi-dimensional logic of your inner space, you need to understand. When you declare simple integrity to the Guru, you do not lose anything, but you gain everything. I tell you, there is an incident in Ravana's life. Ravana is a Mayajala master. He has mastered the Sankhya of Mayajala, the multidimensional logic of Mayajala. So somebody asks him, why don't you change your form into Rama and go and seduce Sita? He says, fool, you think I have not tried? But the moment I connected with Rama and became Rama, my inner space became like Raman. I am not able to do anything adharmic. Wrong. Understand? Even a great Mayajala master like Ravana, the moment he declares integrity to Rama, his inner space is no more his inner space. Understand? The most important multidimensional logical lesson you need to learn from this story is when you declare your integrity, your inner space is flooded by that being. See, now I have given a very insured declaration, very secured and insured declaration. You can make a clear disclaimer. I declare my integrity only to Paramashiva component of my Guru Nithyananda Paramashivam. And non-Paramashiva component, I am not declaring my integrity. You can clearly make it. I don't have a problem. So you feel very secured and insured. Understand? But this declaring your integrity is too important because this is the Sankhya multidimensional logic of consciousness. Only then consciousness can enter into your being and awaken you. Just these two. Declaring simple integrity to Paramashiva component of your Guru. When you declare your simple integrity to the Paramashiva component of your Guru, and you decide to celebrate yourself because your consciousness, this too is I tell you, most successful recipe for power manifestation. Deadly combination. Nothing can kill you after that. Deadly combination for destroying all the ignorance and powerlessness and impossibility. This too is the most multidimensional logic of multidimensional magic. Sankhya of Parashakti. The binary logical breakdown of multidimensional existence is not possible unless the binary logic gets matured and evolved. What can equate E, E can be equated MC square grasped by the binary logic matured into multidimensional logic. Zero cannot be equated into anything. For example, 0 equivalent to 0 into 200, you can say, all right. Because anything you multiply with 0 is going to be 0. Energy is the concept or the reality of multidimensional reality. If you don't accept multidimensional reality, you can equate anything with anything in binary logic level. The moment you accept something, multidimensional reality, you cannot break that down into binary logic. A binary logical, mathematical, calculable possibility cannot be equated to anything which is multidimensional reality. Understand? The energy as such is multidimensional reality. Chit Shakti, Shakti, energy cannot happen from any other source other than which is independently intelligent and Swayam Prakasa and living. Understand? Force can happen between two matters. For example, earth pulls something down. So earth can have force on something. Force can happen between two matter, which can be grasped by binary logic. Of course, ultimately, Hindus don't agree. Even earth is just a matter. That is different. That is next level of the multidimensional logical truth. Even the binary logic, what you accept as earth, that matter, force can exist between two matters. Fundamentally, what I am trying to convey is the multidimensional existence and truths. One, just by grasping, becomes our reality. For example, if we reveal a science about how to become weightless, just by grasping, cognizing, you manifest that power. You can play with your weight. Only then you received it. So basically, to understand anything beyond binary logic, man needs to mature the way he exists. That is the first fundamental understanding humanity need to know. When you start maturing the way you exist, the multi-dimensional truths, just by grasping, you will manifest powers. That is what I am saying, the possibilities and powers of humanity. Nyaya and Vaiseshika as independent system, neither they promise enlightenment nor they lead to ultimate. But without Nyaya and Vaiseshika, no one can get enlightened. Be very clear. No one can achieve the space of Kailasa without Vaiseshika and Nyaya. Multi-dimensional logic is the only antidote for binary logic. Somehow the anti-Hindu elements wants to destroy the multi-dimensional logic. Nyaya and Vaiseshika. Nyaya and Vaiseshika is the greatest gift to the logical, mathematical, scientific, metaphysical world from Hindus.
Yes, that was a wonderful revelation from Swamiji directly. But Swamiji expanded on multi-dimensional logic. The Sankhya for humanity is multi-dimensional logic. Because Swamiji says very clearly that when you understand the multi-dimensional logic, you will start working in that field. To give an example, like how Ravana, when he wanted to capture Sita, when he wanted to capture Devi Sita, he was asked, why couldn't you catch Sita in the form of Rama? And he answered that when I become Rama, I naturally lose the adharmic thing which is there in me. All adharmic qualities which he wants to express naturally goes away. So that's why he had to take a different form and kidnap Sita. Same way, when you relate yourself with Paramashiva, when you relate yourself to Swamiji, naturally you manifest Paramashiva's inner space in you. You manifest Swamiji's inner space in you. Is everyone understanding? Yes. So Swamiji says very clearly, declare your integrity to Swamiji. Declare your integrity to the Paramashiva component in you. That will actually make you realize Paramashiva. When you manifest powers, what is exact cognition? You manifest power from the space that you are Paramashiva. You are in oneness with Paramashiva and you become Paramashiva. When you become Paramashiva, from the space only, we manifest powers. Yes. So let us now get into the internalization exercise. Things which is not cognizable by your binary logic. And binary logics reach, but things which are happening as per multi-dimensional logic of the universe. So basically, when you're not able to understand anything, understand it is multi-dimensional. Do not limit yourself to the small brain, the small understanding which have been taught to. Like for example, like many of us doing the power of materialization, all of us are feeling stuck. But understand that this power is a multi-dimensional power. When you understand it from that frame, you will naturally understand from which point Swamiji is coming from. There's nothing but to realize your higher multi-dimensional identity which you have established in the cosmos. Arrogantly blind, if you remove the chaos, confusion, delusion, the agitation which pushes you to react constantly, and you start fighting within you in your head. If you just sit and clean them up, suddenly you will see the space you are living. To give a practical example for this, when everything around you, basically in your room, is dirty, what do we first thing we do? We take a broom and we clean up our surrounding. Then you know the space in which you're living. The same way, when you clear all the agitation, all the incompletion which you're carrying inside of yourself, you will see the kind of inner space you are living with, whether it is with Paramashiva or whether with whatever agitations, incompletions which you're holding. You will have a better home, a beautiful place. Suddenly, the way people respond to you, the situation you attract in life, all that become different. Swami says very clearly, the moment you realize that you are working from the space of completion, the way you react life, the way you approach life will be different. Like how when Ravana, the moment he experienced Rama within himself, how he suddenly changed from his evil-minded inner space to a dharmic king like Rama. Same way, when you change your inner space into Paramashiva, everything around you will change.
what you project inside will be reflected outside. Conscious visualization, Satya Sankalpa, is the way you can impact your inner and outer reality drastically. This powerful cognition is the Sankhya, the multi-dimensional logic of universe and Parashakti. Understand? Life is a mirror. Swamiji says very clearly, whatever is happening outside of you is nothing but a projection, nothing but a reflection of your inner space. If you carry Paramashiva, if you carry Swamiji in your inner space, if you constantly cherish Swamiji, naturally you will manifest people outside who are cherishing Swamiji. The way you respond to situation will be like Swamiji. Conscious integrity is the Sankhya multidimensional logic, methodology through which you can connect your spiritual umbilical cord connection to Guru. When you declare your conscious integrity to Swamiji, that is the multidimensional logic, that is the Sankhya method through which you can connect your umbilical cord to Swamiji. Yes. So, with this understanding which we get, let all of us contemplate now. When you start maturing the way you exist, the multidimensional truth, just by grasping, you will manifest powers. When you grasp the multidimensional logic, the multidimensional truths, which are explained in the Vedas and Agamas, that will naturally make you manifest powers. As Swamiji says very clearly in Satsang, that if society, if world started chewing on the multidimensional logic, the multidimensional truths, society would have been in a better situation. Humanity would be a better place. Planet Earth would be a better place to be. Now, share your powerful cognition from this session. For example, declaring integrity. Immediately you experience miracles and power manifestation in your life. So now, I request all of you to contemplate on, chew on, basically have like a mini vakyata sadhas within yourself on the truths which Swamiji have explained, that whatever you hold within yourself is nothing but be reflected outside. Life is nothing but a mirror. Whatever you show inside yourself, it will be projected out. When you cherish Swamiji, naturally, the way you approach life, the surroundings around you will change and you will react like Swamiji. To give an example, whenever a situation arises for Swamiji, the first thing Swamiji will ask himself, how will Annamalaika Swami will react to this? How will Arigiri Yogeshwara react to this? He will ask himself. To give Swamiji's an experience, Swamiji says, one day, when Swamiji was walking in the night for Girivan, basically the circumambulation around the hill. At the time, the hyenas were there, and then they were coming and approaching Swamiji, and Swamiji felt a little scared, basically. And immediately Swamiji asked himself, what will Annamalaika Swami will do? He is fearless. He won't at all care what's happening. He'll just continue chanting Arunachala. He'll just remember Arunachala. Let me do the same thing. Just by remembering Arunachala, everything went away. The hyenas went away. Same way, when Swamiji was sleeping, he started getting dream. He asked himself, does Annamalaika Swami will get dream? Zero. He is enlightened. Naturally, avoid getting dream. Same way, let me also avoid experiencing dream. From that day onwards, till now, Swamiji never experiences dream. He is always in a state of pure consciousness, pure awareness within himself. So this shows that whatever you cherish inside yourself, naturally it will be projected out. Yes. So now, I request all of you to take few moments and go to the Facebook group and share your powerful cognitions which you have got from the satsang which you have seen on multidimensional logic. Whatever you understand, like declaring your integrity to Swamiji, whatever is there in your inner space is nothing but a reflection of the outer space. When you understand the multidimensional truths, everything around you will change. Whatever powerful cognition clicks which you got, I request all of you to go ahead and share it in the Facebook group. Yes, so please take a few moments to post your powerful cognitions and clicks in the Facebook group. Okay. Let us now get into the power manifestation exercise. Just continue chewing on the multidimensional truths which Swamiji spoke on. What was powerful cognition which you got? Just continue to chew on it. So now, in this round, you will be manifesting the power of remote vision. Okay, so is everyone ready for it? Okay. So now I request all of you to pair up with a partner. If you need an assistant, you can please reach out to the co-acharyas which are there in your respective Zoom rooms and ask them to help you. Definitely they'll help you in finding a partner, or you can pair up with them. Now, now both of you are in pairs. So one becomes Nitya and the other one becomes Ananda. So now Nitya, I now request Nitya to give a place for Anandas to scan. It can be anything, like your house or your school or your favorite garden, anything which you think the Nityas would not have simply would have guessed, or they would not have been there, or any kind of place where you know for sure that your partner have not been there or not visited there. I request you to give such place like that to your Ananda partner. Now, Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Remember Swamiji Nithyananda. Remember, when you continuously chew on these multidimensional truths, you will manifest powers. Declare your integrity, your conscious integrity to Swamiji. You can start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now, with the same space of oneness, scan the place which your Nithya partner has given it to you. I now request the Nithya partner to any object, particular object, without revealing the details or the whereabouts of that object. And now, all the Anandas, whatever the object the Nithya has given to you, just drop that object in your today. Just dissolve it in your inner space. Keep on chanting the Mahavakya and continue to chew on the powerful cognitions which you got. Swamiji will definitely reveal you the answer and the details and the whereabouts of the object.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
I request all the Anandas to start sharing whatever details, whatever answers Swamiji showed you to your partner, and start verifying your answers.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, all of you can start sharing your details, all the revelations Swamiji has showed you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So now, I request all the Anandas to start revealing whatever revelations, whatever answers Swamiji showed you, and start verifying with your Nitya's partner. You will see the moment you started chewing on this multidimensional truths, you started manifesting more and more powers. Like maybe in the first round, you manifest only the colors, and in this round, you will see you have manifested more, like colors. You were able to see the structure of the image. You were able to scan the whereabouts of the image. You'll be able to see the details, the memories which the person has associated with the object. All this happens when you constantly chew on these multidimensional truths. So now I request all of you to go ahead in the Paramashivoham Facebook group. Go ahead and share your experiences, your powerful cognitions, and on how it shifted your space and made you manifest powers. How it helped you on chewing on all these multidimensional truths to manifest these extraordinary Shaktis. I request all of you to take few moments and post it in the group, in the Facebook group. And with this, we'll be now listening from Swamiji on what is participatory universe, what exactly it is, and how can we experience this participatory universe in our life. To directly listen from Swamiji.
Will reveal the truths about the cosmos. O humanity, align yourself to these great truths. Just as you experience this universe, there are multi-dimensional universes. How you experience yourself in multi-levels at various moods, at various times, with various powerful cognitions or powerless cognitions inside your body. Same way, universe exists in multi-dimensions. When you operate with powerful cognitions, you attract and experience, manifest the powerful dimensions of the universe. Beings of the powerful dimensions of the universe start supporting you, helping you, encouraging you, awakening you, fulfilling you. When you operate with life negative principles, the life negative dimension of the universe gravitates you. Life negative beings living in those universes support you and try to fulfill their aspirations to you. Time and space is not same for all beings, even though the time zone and the machines to measure the time and the unit of time may be same for all of you. Space is also part of the matter from the higher zones of the space. Space is the refined matter from the lower zones like length, width, depth, time, but space is still a matter from higher zones, the higher dimensions, whether four fundamental forces of the nature humanity is able to logically understand: the power of gravity, electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force and strong nuclear force are the powers which ordinary human beings don't have access as and now. When the space-time elasticity is experienced by an individual, he manifests a power called ability to shift his being from any vertical time zone. The time-space shift elasticity base on which elongating or shrinking of the time experience happens in your being. That space is your identity. Your identity, your being is experienced by you. It is rooted in your ability to elongate the time or shrink the time. That is where you experience personal freedom. You are given absolute freedom in either elongating your time and feeling liberated or shrinking your time feeling suffocated. No one has right to enter into your time-space plasticity, time-space elasticity, your capability to elongate or shrink your time, your absolute experience of the freedom, your individual experience of swatantratva, the most important pride of your identity, most important quality of your identity, most important component of your existence. This is the fifth force of the universe, ability of your consciousness to elongate your time or shrink your time is verily available to all of you, but due to the delusion, you neither understand it or internalize it in measurable way. Anyone looks into his capability to elongate the time or shrink the time starts samyama, capacity of an individual. The samyama capacity of the individual is the fifth force of your nature and fifth force of your consciousness. Understand, Maya means looking only the logic dimension and not looking at the depth of the life, but continue to behave and assume as if you know everything, is Maya. Understand, I am defining Maya. I think for this school, definitions, explanations, understandings, for this only you need to come to this continuous education program. Maya means just by knowing the number superficially, but believing you know everything. How many of you are able to understand you do this in your life all the time? Whether in your business, or in your relationships, or in your decision making, you go on doing this stupidity. Listen to this example. You are in a forest, a tiger sees you, you see the tiger, it is chasing you, you are running for life. That is Maya. Because the way you want to see, you create what you want to see. It is called drishti srishti. Because you see, you create. Listen carefully. Next, Ganga is flowing forever from the Himalayas to Ganga Sagar, ocean. That is srishti drishti. Because it is there, you see. Listen carefully. This is the difference. Tiger chasing you experiences srishti drishti because you see it is happening. Ganga flowing is Srishti means it exists. Because it exists, you see. Tiger chasing you is drishti srishti. Drishti means seeing. Srishti means creation. Because of your seeing, it is created. Ganga flowing is srishti drishti. Because it is there, you are seeing. What's the difference? If there is a psychological intervention, for example, even the modern day researchers are proving, the moment you see the tiger, if you are shaken, frightened, certain chemicals are released in your body. Tiger hates the smell of that chemical. If you are not frightened, if you don't release that chemical, tiger doesn't chase you. It is not necessary always the tiger should chase you. If you have a fear, you will project and have an animal chasing you. Whenever there is a psychological intervention and the manipulation of the happening, it is called srishti drishti. Because you see it is happening. Whenever there is no psychological intervention, the Ganga flowing, there is no psychological intervention from your side. From your side, there is no intervention. It is flowing whether you see it or not. It is flowing whether you perceive it or not. That is srishti drishti. What is created, you are seeing. So listen, in this 25 consciousness, 11 dimensions, 5 aspects of Jiveshwara Jagat, neither everything is Maya nor everything is reality. There are certain things which are influenced by drishti. That srishti is Maya. Tiger chasing you is Maya. Ganga flowing forever is not Maya, it's reality. Where your intervention does not alter the existence, the reality. It's not Maya. So, your first question is that 25 consciousness, 11 dimensions, 5 aspects of Ishvara. All these are Maya or just different permutation combinations. Different permutation combinations of these 3, which is influenced by the seer, is Maya. Which is not influenced by the seer is reality. Listen. Just listen to these 2 words. The logic of experience, 1 word. We will call it experiential logic. The second word, logic of calculation, whether multiplying, subtracting, adding, deleting. The logic of calculation, we will call that, I give a new name, exponential logic. Just by multiplying or subtracting exponentially. Logic applied used the exponential levels. Understand these 2 logic, you will understand how you are missing some of the greatest experience of life by getting caught in a blind logic. It is like instead of cooling glass, you are wearing a complete no glass, just 2 black stones fixed in a frame. If you get 2 black stones fixed in a frame and wearing it, in thinking it's a cooling glass and saying that the whole world has become dark, who is responsible? So, if you are using exponential logic for experiential matters and go on claiming experience is not happening, who is responsible? Understand these 2 logic. This hall has 2 doors. First statement. The second statement is 1 door is open. The third statement, automatically you assume the other door is closed. This is what is human logic, which has a flaw. Unless you check, you can't say other door is open, but 99% of the time you assume it. The fact is, other door may be open, may be closed. Only after checking you can say. But your logic is such, the moment you hear the first statement, this hall has 2 doors. Second statement, 1 door is open. The third statement you assume. You assume the third statement. The other door is closed. No. It is irrational, rational logic. irrational logic. What you call as rational, but irrational. Please understand. Same way, this is the same logic with which you operate your body. If your eyes can see out, you automatically come to the conclusion they can't see in. In Agama, Mahadeva says very clearly, your eyes has a capacity to roll 360 degree, this side, can see anything inside your body and outside anyway. When you believe you can see any distance in the sky out, you automatically shut down the possibility you can see in. The irrational, rational logic. If one door is open, automatically you come to the conclusion other door is closed. You don't even go there and see and then decide. Listen. Please understand. The logic you believe in your normal life, that is the same logic with which you handle your body, and your body's capabilities and abilities are developed. If you believe you can see up and in, from the beginning your body will develop the capabilities. If you believe you can see only up, not in, you will have only that power. This power will be forgotten. Understand? Your beliefs about life will naturally impact in a very strong way your beliefs about your body. Your beliefs about your body will impact abilities and capabilities your body can experience and express. The powers and experiences you can experience and express. With this third eye awakening, many of you have broken the ice that I can't has been broken. When this I can't is broken, half of the work is done. When you say I can, I just should say this also, and this also. Most of the time the spelling mistakes you make while you read a newspaper or magazine or your iPod will be very funny, because you don't read from there, you read from here. You'll suddenly realize, oh God, second time, third time when you read, oh, this is what is there, but I thought this is what there. Even while you are seeing, you don't see here, you see from here. You don't see from here, you see from here. You don't read from here, you read from here. Please understand. Just like you have internal organs, liver, kidney, heart, for some people brain. You have internal organs, you have something called antakarana. English, I don't have an equivalent word for antakarana. Maybe I can give a new word, internalizing organs. They are not physically there. If you cut your body, you will not find those organs. But those organs are responsible for all the inner happenings, like your thinking, your words, your decisions. Your thinking may happen in brain, but brain is not responsible for your thinking. Please understand. Thinking may happen in brain, but brain is not the owner of thinking. Somebody else is thinking through the brain, using the brain. Through your eyes, seeing happens. So there's antakaranas in Vedic tradition, the human physiology and human psychology. We call it the microcosmic physiology and psychology. Please understand. In Vedic tradition, human body is considered as miniature of the cosmos. We don't call human body as accident or a pleasure instrument or born out of sin. No. It's a miniature of the cosmos. Pindanda. Brahmanda means macrocosm. Pindanda means microcosm. Our body is microcosm. Biology of the microcosm, physiology of the microcosm, psychology of the microcosm is a well expounded, beautiful subject in Vedic tradition. They beautifully described and explained. It gives the explanations about various antakaranas. Due to lack of the words in English, I use the word internalizing organs. Or maybe even that word is too big and doesn't directly make sense. Internal organs, I'll give the word. Internal organs cannot be used because liver, kidney, all those organs need to be given that word internal organs. Intra organs may be the word I use. Vak is one of those intra-organs, means your ability to speak, ability to convert sound into words. That is called Vak. Same way, your ability to feel ownership, your ability to feel the right, your ability to feel what belongs to you. So these intra-organs, your ability to feel what belongs to you, what is you, is Chitta. Your ability to speak is Vak. This Vak, Chitta, and your ability to live life. That is called Buddhi. More than others, only I am enriched. Understand, the person who goes on giving nectar to others, more than others, he will only be filled with nectar. Enriching is such a powerful process, such an exciting process, such a joyful process, with the right context of life. You're doing so much life, I tell you. Anything, if you constantly keep talking about it, thinking about it, listening about it, it becomes alive in you. Just sit, declare the Mahavakya, the truth you need to be declaring, like the truths I gave, the static matter, dynamic existence, dynamic activity and strategic existence is one and the same. Declare that, and then just go to your third eye or Anandagandha. Remember, the darshan is the best way to remember. That's why the darshans are given with all this music, light, the light and sound effect. Just close your eyes and remember the darshans you had. Any one darshan, just replay. It's already recorded in your system. Just replay any one darshan you had in Paramashivoham. That song and light and show the whole thing. That's all for a few minutes. Then give the instruction now. Simply the matter will obey, matter will do what you ask it to do. Manifest powers. Shakti always manifests Buddhi in you, Bhakti in you, Mukti in you. I tell you, even for a headache, ask Mahadeva to solve. Because when he solves, you will never have a headache again. So when you manifest powers, as per his instruction, Shastra Pramana, as per proper Shaktipada, not just it is moving the matter, it moves you. The next effect of that in your life just shoots up. You can now manifest so much of bhakti, so much of shakti, so much of buddhi, so much of yukti in multi-dimensional. One more thing I want all of you to know. If you manifest any one power thoroughly, you will manifest all the powers, because each power is not separate technique. It is all fundamentally increasing the quality and frequency of your consciousness. That's all. So, if you do power manifestation in one, like a moving the biscuit or moving the cashew nut or moving the pen, now you will manifest all powers, like a changing the Vatavarana, changing the atmosphere, changing somebody's mind, changing a thought current, doing right things, or all the other powers. Any other power, you are initiated and going to be initiated. All of you, I want to tell that Rajitamurti I gave you, that will continue to initiate you. Even further powers I am initiating. So just keep that when you are coming for these classes and satsangs next to you. If you are coming physically, you don't need to bring. But if you are not physically near, you just keep that in the room, that's enough. If somebody has sent me a message, it has come away, don't worry, you can stick it. It is the deity which is energized. So you don't need to worry about it. Anything else? The deity is only energized. Whenever you find time, just play with powers. That's the best space to be in. Do body scanning, house scanning, or even you don't need to do specifically some place. Suddenly just see what is going on in the Bridi Sadashiva's temple, let me see. Just do the remote vision and enjoy what is going on. But even if you try what Swamiji is doing, let me see, you cannot, because it is classified information. It's classified, nobody can scan where I am. It's beyond your frequency.
so powerfully, Swamiji revealed the science behind how the universe works. The difference between how normally we perceive the universe. We always think there is something out there that I am seeing. But what is actually out there and what you are seeing can be very different. That is what this whole understanding, cognition about the participatory universe is. How many of you understood this? What actually is there in the universe and what it is that you are perceiving is very different. Can you all post? How many of you really understood this? Like Swamiji gave a very powerful example of a tiger. It is the tiger starts chasing you because of the fear that is awakened in you. This comes right down to the understanding that the microcosm is the body and the macrocosm is the universe. Because whatever happens within us has to impact the universe, as it is us who is perceiving the universe. That is why it is a participatory universe that we exist in. Based on how we participate, that is how the universe responds back to us. Is this making sense to everyone? Is it really, are you all able to cognize exactly what Swamiji is saying? Based on how you respond to the universe, interact with the universe, participate in the universe, that is how the universe exists for you. Which actually may be very different from the real way the universe is, which we can perceive only when we go beyond our body and we are able to perceive the whole cosmos as our body. Just as you experience this universe, there are multi-dimensional universes, Swamiji revealed. How you experience yourself in multi-levels, different moods. Suddenly you're so happy. Suddenly you're so depressed. That day morning, you might have woken up in such a good mood. You would have had such an awesome breakfast. And you go to work, you see the pile of files on your desk, and that's it. Your mood is out. At various times, we get various cognitions, various moods. Sometimes powerful cognitions, like right now, or else sometimes powerless cognitions when we're struggling with something in life. Same way as you exist in this multitude of dimensions, the universe also exists in multi-dimensions. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Patanjali reveals about this participatory universe. In the 4th chapter, 15th verse, he says, Vastu Samye Chitta Bedhat. Vastu Samye Chitta Bedhat. Meaning that the universe is not independent of your participation. The universe happens as you experience it because you participate in a particular way. When your participation changes, when the mood of your participation changes, when the attitude of your participation changes, the universe changes. The objects in front of you change based on the way you perceive it, based on your participation with it. And as I was mentioning, Swamiji gives the example of a tiger. When you go in front of a tiger, if the space within you, within the body, within the microcosm, is completely settled, then in the macrocosm also, outside of you also, the tiger will be completely peace and present. But the minute the chemical change happens within you of fear, it irritates the tiger. They can sense these, smell these small chemical changes. And that aggravates the tiger and it is chasing you, chasing you, chasing you. The minute this psychological intervention happens, that is when the universe changes. This is a very simple example of how the universe happens as you experience it. So let's all now post, how have you experienced the universe changing per your experience? Let's say, there is one very easy example I can give it to you. You're going to your teacher, to your school teacher, you have not completed the homework because of whatever reason. You may have not completed the homework for a particular reason. When you approach your teacher from the space of completion, from the space of completion for avoiding not finishing your homework, the teacher's response will be very different from when you tell the teacher, approach teacher with the angle of fear. That is one idea. When you're very fearful, that inner space of your teacher can sense the fear within you, which causes that reaction outside. Or another example, you go to meet up with a friend and you feel really like you really don't want to do it, but it's like a social obligation on you. You have to meet up with them for your social life to continue. Really, you just want to go to your room and rest. You're really tired. You don't want to meet with them. But to keep up the social image you have built for yourself, you do it. Then the reflection of that in your friend will be the same. Where they will also not be interested in talking to you. They will feel like you're not at all engaged. You're completely, you start liking them. It can go in any direction. But when honestly, authentically within you, that cognition is that that yes, let me participate in this life, let me enjoy myself, then the space around you itself will be full of enjoyment. Can we all look in and see? Where have you exactly experienced this? Based on how you go, with what inner space you go, life reacts to you in the same manner. Many times, if you feel, oh God, something bad is going to happen today, for whatever reason, when you wake up, something really bad happens that day. Or else, when you get up, you're like, it's going to be a great day. And somehow, despite whatever mishaps may happen, your day turns out awesome. Look in and pen out all these incidents you're able to see. Now, let us continue into the power manifestation. In this session, Swamiji gave us such a powerful way of manifesting powers. When you realize something happening at another place, which we're doing today, the remote vision, is nothing but when you participate in it, it functions like that. When you understand that the macrocosm is nothing but an expanded version of the microcosm, as revealed in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Yatha pinde tatha brahmande tatha pinde. What is inside the body is the same as which is in the cosmos, and what is in the cosmos is exactly the way the body is. Just by looking in, just by participating, you're able to perceive, know what is happening at a distant place. The whole scientific understanding for the participatory universe, which was popularized in the modern day by John Wheeler, where he has done a lot of experiments, like the delay choice experiment, to prove how the participation is so important. Of course, the way the Swamiji revealed it, the way Hinduism reveals it, is so straightforward, so next level, with such a deep understanding, which modern day scientists are still fighting about. They're still trying to find out. But basically, what he says, we hear this even a similar theory in the Copenhagen interpretation of the double slit experiment, which says that it is the viewer that decides how the universe functions. And when there is a viewer, we perceive matter, and when there is no viewer, we do not perceive matter. But how Swamiji revealed it is the matter or the existence is always there, but the way we perceive it is completely based on us. That is why when someone asked Swamiji once, Swamiji, how do you see all of us? This is actually a very beautiful incident. Kailasa asked Swamiji, Swamiji, when you look at all of us, what do you see? Swamiji said, I see frequencies. I see one frequency vibrating over here and another frequency vibrating over here. I perceive all of you as just frequencies, different frequencies. That is one way of viewing the cosmos. When you see yourself as a field, as part of everything, then you start to really experience this participatory universe. So with this cognition, shall we enter into the power manifestation now? Yes, so we'll continue this round of remote vision, scanning a particular place. It can be a distant place. Let us all connect to a partner. This round, what I want all of you to do is ask your partner to give you the name of a particular object. So it can be, for example, my toothbrush, or else my yoga mat, or a vase in their house. So a particular object in the area that they are in currently. So it may be either their house, their office, outside, wherever they are currently. Ask them to give you a particular object. So they will tell you the object. They will leave the object where it is. And you are going to scan the exact location of that object right now. So we are ready to do this? You're going to be scanning the location of an object that is there in the person's vicinity or easy for them to access. So for example, if you say, scan where my Atmalinga is right now. And you will scan and you'll say, it's in your bedroom, next to your bed, there's a drawer in which you have set up your puja kit, and you have kept your Atmalinga, there are fresh flowers over there. From where you are walking, you go straight, you take a left, and then you go straight again, and there you will find it. Something like this. Are we all ready for this now? Shall we start? Okay. Connect to a partner. And request them to give you the particular object name, and you're going to be scanning the location, the current location of that object. Let us start. The minute we participate in the universe with the cognition of the way I participate is going to create the universe, immediately the whole Brahmanda becomes available to you within your Pindanda. The whole universe, cosmos, becomes available to you within your third eye. Start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Connect to Swamiji, intense feeling connection. In this phase, ultimate uncatching. Let's start the power manifestation.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Continue to intensely chant the Mahavakya.
Paramashivoham.
Type down all the details that are appearing in your third eye that Swamiji is revealing to you. The more you participate in the manifestation, the more you will see the manifestation happening. From that context, completely be soaked in Paramashiva, in the experience of how it feels during darshan to be with Swamiji within your body.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Mahavakya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahavakya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into Samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva to wake up in you. Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahavakya puts me in Samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavakya. Mahavakya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
You can open your eyes and start verifying with your partner what are all the details that Swamiji revealed to you. Colors, shapes, locations in the particular place you are standing, Swamiji revealed.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda.
Just share how were you able to experience that whole participatory universe that was happening, and through that powerful cognition that Swamiji just revealed, what are all the various things that you are able to see in your third eye? What exactly did Paramashiva reveal to you? The different visuals, the images, the places that Paramashiva revealed to you. Share it with your partner and verify. Whatever it may be that Swamiji showed to you. You can verify it with your partner. Post the colors, the shapes. Ask your partner to tell you exactly where that object was located. Verify. If you see this whole understanding, the whole powerful cognition of the participatory universe that Swamiji gave for us, it is all about how much life you put into something. The more and more energy, the more and more life you put, the closer you come to the reality of it. But the more and more we put in our emotions, our patterns into something, the more and more we live in our own delusion. Swamiji so beautifully explained Maya. What is delusion? What is illusion? It is not that the world is an illusion. Whatever perception we have of the world is an illusion, is the delusion that we are all caught in. Yes. I hope all of you have finished verifying with your partners, getting the details of the place that you were scanning, the object that you were scanning. You can go to Facebook and post your manifestations that have happened. Whatever it is that you manifested, you can go to Facebook and you can post it. Share how you experience this participatory universe. So with that now, we're going to be entering into the next session. This is actually one which is a very exciting session. It is something which you may not have thought of before. So we would have heard of rewrite your future. Come out of your default reality. Yes? This is, Swamiji is taking us to the next level. Rewrite your future. For what? To alter your past. Swamiji is literally going to be telling us how we can change our past. So let us now listen from Swamiji these higher powerful cognitions on how to rewrite our future and by that alter our past.
Listen. Listen. I want to tell you two things. One, the scientific values. I was studying what makes something as a science, the definition of science, what makes something as philosophy, what makes something as mythology, what makes something as history. I was studying the definition of the qualities and the substance. What is the substance and what is the quality? Declares something as a science, something as mythology, something as history, something as philosophy. I tell you, after thoroughly studying, and I was also spending some time with many different autobiographies of people from various walks of life, from different parts of the world and different time and culture. Listen. The conclusion I arrived, Vedas and Agamas have highest qualities and values of science. Understand? The revelations and declarations of Vedas and Agamas, whether in the field of health, in the field of cosmology, from simple healing your stomach pain to knowing the whole cosmos. The revelations of Agamas have higher quality and scientific values than anything declared as science in the world. Just, I need to wake the whole world to this reality. The Paramashiva Jnana, the quality, listen, the quality, the values declared as the definition for defining something as a science. One example, that objectivity, ability to reproduce, reproducibility. There are multiple qualities of science. If you conduct an experiment, if you conduct a trial, if you observe, it should match all these skills. Only then you can call something as science. Those basic values, substance which makes science a science. If you see the declarations and revelations of the Vedic agamic truths, what is revealed in Vedagamic truths is more scientific than anything called science on the planet Earth. My life's mission is to make humanity wake up to that reality. The first statement I'm making: past can be completely changed, altered, transformed, deleted, and made to disappear in parts or full, and rewritten as we want. I do not want to leave any doubt. That is why multiple words I'm using. Past can be fully deleted, or half deleted, or partly deleted, deleted as we want. It can be transformed fully, partly, as we want. It can be changed, rewritten fully, partly, or as we want. Understand? I am not talking about future. I am talking about past. Let me repeat. If you think you missed it, I am repeating. The past, which you think is over, gone, that can be changed, transformed, rewritten, deleted, fully, partly, or as we want, part by part, the parts which we want. Understand? I'll tell you one small incident. I used to make a lot of beautiful deities in clay. I collect the clay after the Ganesha Chaturthi. The vendors, the people who make clay Ganeshas, they are basically the traditional family of Kuyava family. The families who make pots and sell in the village. That families, they make Ganesha during Ganesha Chaturthi. They bring clay from their lake nearby their house and bring it to the main center of the small town. I don't want to say town. Those days it was not town. It was a small town. They bring the clay and make Ganesha and sell, and the remaining clay they just eat and go. And the local shop owners, they feel that remaining clay is a big headache to remove. I'll go and collect all of it and start making deities out of it. So I used to make a lot of deities and keep for Navaratri and make Navaratri Utsavam. My neighbor, all my neighbors were part of a larger family. So my neighbor, one of my grandmother, either they are part of the blood relatives or distant relatives or literally like a friends and same family. And neighbor, we had one of my grandmothers. I don't know how she's related to me directly or indirectly. Her name is Pattamma, we used to call, and she's a very sweet person. Her husband, one of the grandfathers, how directly or indirectly is related, I don't remember. He told me once, instead of wasting whole day making this deities on your own, just spend few rupees in the shop, you'll get it and bring and keep it and celebrate Navaratri. Those days I used to be having darshan of Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I ran to Arunagiri Yogeshwara and said, my neighbor Tata is telling like this, Swamiji, what do you think? Can you tell me what should I do? He laughed and said, all the people who buy from the shop and keep, do you think they get enlightened? They get experience. It is not the deity, it is the time you spend, your energy, your involvement, that makes you enlightened. He made a very beautiful statement. எல்லாத்தையும் பணத்துக்கு சமமாக்குனா இப்போ மொத்தமா பார்த்து பேங்க்ல வச்சுட்டு நம்ம செத்து போயிடலாமா? வாழறதாம்பா வாழ்க்கை, எல்லாம் பணத்துக்கு சமம் இல்ல. He told beautifully, living is life, not everything is equivalent to money. If everything is equivalent to money, we can put all the money in the bank and then die. Is that life? Understand? The click I had with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, with this teaching, he was telling, our involvement makes life. Our living makes the life. Then I realized why Parivrajaka. I used to think, those days, Paramacharya, we used to hear regularly, Paramacharya is walking from one place to another place. After 15 days, we will hear that he has moved to a nearby village. I used to think, why 15 days we have to waste by walk, going by walk? We can hire a bicycle. Those days, the bicycles used to be hired. In the villages, they will give the bicycle for hiring 1 hour 60 paise. For 1 hour, the hiring charge is 60 paise. If you take 2 hours, 1 rupee, 20 paise discount. The bicycle, they will give for lending. Lending bicycle used to be the condition those days. I used to think, even then I never used to think that let us have a car and all that. We can just hire a bicycle for Acharya and he can bicycle and go to the next village within 1 day. Why 15 days wasting? I used to think. Now I understand. Understand now with 10 vehicles, 2 ambulance, kitchen caravan, restroom caravan, 10 vehicle, I am making people walk. Because I know. Listen, I am making this statement very consciously. Anyone intensely dives into the now, the present life, gets the power, not just rewriting or writing, creating the future as you want. You get the power even to rewrite, delete or transform the way you want with your past also. You may think, Swamiji will always exaggerate. No. If you think I always exaggerate, you are man. You are human being. If you think, he will tell the truth only, even though it looks like exaggeration. You are my disciple. If you think I always exaggerate, you are just ordinary human being. If you know, yes, it may look exaggeration, but he's always right. In few days I will understand, in few days I will realize what he said. Then you are my disciple. If somebody slaps you, the pain of the slapping disappears in few minutes. But the suffering that he slapped, the psychological effect, who slapped, why slapped, and all the repercussions, that continues to haunt you. Understand? That is why I'm saying the matter is different and mind which perceives the matter is different. All suffering is from mind, not from matter. Matter maximum can cause only pain, not suffering. Suffering is from mind. The buddhi, decision maker, always tries to compromise, knowing the mind is delusion. Understand? That's the biggest problem. See, the buddhi knows the ultimate truth, consciousness, but it always consoles itself. I know this is the highest truth, but this is the practical reality now. So let me respond to it. Understand? Not responding to what you believe as practical reality is the most practical reality. If you want to be really practical, do not respond to what you believe as practical or what is presented to you as practical. Anybody who does not believe in what is presented to him as practical by the mind becomes winner. The most intelligent game in the life is do not believe what is presented to you as practical by the mind, because mind is waiting to get hurt and it is loaded with the wounds of the past. It is going to only repeat the pains of the past into the future, or make you believe the pains of the past is going to come into the future, so you can continue to be a slave of the mind. Understand? Mind is like your senior subordinate. He wants to keep you under his control. He can keep only if you are continuously in problem. So please listen. Even listening will awaken your Kundalini Shakti and you will become enlightened. Kala is the dimension of the universe. In this dimension of existence, matter becomes energy. Energy becomes matter. Matter and antimatter nullifies each other and again becomes energy. All this happens just by will, without any effort. In this space of Kala, universes, multiverses, big bangs, black holes, planets, suns, moons, stars appear, exist for zillions of years, yugas, and dissolve simultaneously, spontaneously, without time gap chronologically. In now. Please zoom out and meditate on this. Understand? When you zoom out and meditate on now, when I am talking about now, I am not talking about Buddhist shunya now, that nothingness now. No. I am not against Buddhism. I am not disrespecting Buddhism. Please understand. But I am not talking the Buddhist nothingness now. No. I am talking Hindu Purnatva now. In Hinduism, now, present moment, is the time where your consciousness meets Kala, where Kala enters your consciousness. So, in this now, universe's race exists for zillions of yugas and dissolve without time gap chronologically. It hurts our brain. How can it exist zillions of years? And the next statement Swamiji is saying, no time gap. I wanted to tell you, the idea of zillions of years, trillions of years, billions of years is relative existence, not existential reality. It is relative, not existence. Whoever meditates on the existential reality gets enlightened, gets liberated, downloads powerful strategies for life. Understand? All matured strategies for life, powerful strategies for life comes from Upanishad, Vedas and Agamas. Vedas and Agamas are Akashic records of Kailasa. Please understand. Paramashiva is revealing all these great truths to the world. Please listen and internalize. All these truths are independently powerful and capable to make your consciousness into super consciousness. Your consciousness is a seed. It is a possibility. If you understand these great truths, it can flower into super consciousness. The seed is waiting to flower to achieve its completion and fulfillment. Listen and cognize these truths. You will achieve completion and fulfillment, ultimate enlightenment. Listen. The first truth. Kala continuously meets your consciousness now. So the mood of your body, your mind, your physiology, your psychology, you keep now plays a very important role in your whole life. If you keep the now in incompletion or hopes, that will continue forever. If you keep the now in the completion and clarity, that will manifest forever. Kala does not meet your consciousness in the past or in the future. He meets your consciousness now, in the present. So, again and again, during your present moment, be in the space of completion. Learn to bring completion to yourself, restful awareness to yourself now, and do not have guilt or worry if you have the influence of the past and influence of the future on present now. Guilt or fear is one more incompletion that is not going to help. So, not engaging with guilt, not engaging with fear, unclutching with fear, incompletions, guilt is the right attitude. Understand, the official attitude towards incompletions, towards guilt, towards fear is unclutching. And all the further manipulation of fears, if you unclutch, life will become worse. All those fears are manipulation of fears. All those multi-level fears do not have the real existence. They are delusion, constantly invading your inner space to destroy the possibility of enlightenment. Please understand. Anyone who comes to simple awareness stops behaving agitated, immature, rough, like multiple personality. All these layered fears, fear, guilt, powerlessness, incompletion, are layered. Please understand, this is the Deva Rahasya. They all do not have influence over your present moment. This present moment, you meet the consciousness. Consciousness meets Kala directly. So, any practice you do in the present moment, for example, you declare completion. Immediately, even 2000 years of incompletion has no power over you. This is Deva Rahasya. Understand? This Deva Rahasya can empower the truth in you just like that. You can manifest Paramashiva now. Hinduism not only claims, it declares, not only the future can be built as you want, the past can be altered as you want. If you start practicing completion from today, every night, not only you will build your future as you want, I give you the power to change your past as you want. Start practicing completion intensely, sincerely every day, you will understand. Building the future as you want is possibility. Changing the past as you want is power. Understand? Building the future as you want is a possibility. Changing your past as you want is power. This power and possibility, both, possibility to build the future, power to change the past, both starts manifesting in you when you start doing completion intensely every day.
Such a powerful process Swamiji has made us understand about the intensity of now. So now I bet every single one of you watching is like, yes, I'm ready to be intense. Just give me exactly the steps that I need to take in order for me to experience the intensity of now. We're going to go into a small exercise. So now we're going to be just highlighting, summarizing what we were watching in this whole session. Swamiji has revealed that past can be completely changed, altered, transformed, deleted, and made to disappear. Almost like a CTRL delete in your computer. Or whenever you want to send your computer for a whole reboot, it just comes back as a whole new brand computer. If somebody slaps you, the pain of the slapping disappears in a few minutes, but the suffering that he slapped, the psychological effect who slaps, why he slapped, and all the repercussions, that continues to haunt you. The next thing is the mood of your body, your mind, your physiology, your psychology you keep now plays a very important role in your whole life. If you keep the now in completion or hopes that will continue forever, therefore keep the now in completion and clarity that will manifest forever. So this is a very powerful statement Swamiji is making. Each one of us sitting over here has tremendous power manifestation. However, all the energy of the power manifestation in going is being empowered to the how I should not manifest what I want in my life. Your self-doubt is so empowered that anything in which allows you to feel low about yourself, you are ready to believe. However, all the things that we are saying in terms of your possibility, that you are Paramashiva, that you can manifest power now. If you sit right now, things will just simply unfold and happen. That's why Swamiji says, if you keep the now in incompletion, means living your past now. I remember the first time I got my heart broken. I remember when my mom and dad used to yell at me and not allow me to go anywhere. I remember a friend who did something behind my back and it really hurted my feelings. I remembered when I was kind enough, but someone took me for granted. All of these things in which people will carry, the past baggage. Why is it important? Why is it still alive? It is because you keep the now in this incompletions. So what happens if you take a plastic bag, throw all those heavy baggages into the bag and just push it out in your life? Now, Swamiji is saying, keep the now in completion. The completion in which you feel at the end of the day is extremely powerful. You know the science of how to make yourself incomplete. That's great.
But just like how you know how to make yourself incomplete, you know how to make yourself complete. Swami always says, look into your life, the steps and actions in which you take that led you to that feeling of incompletion. Whether it's your emotion or something physically outside of you, it is you who's the creator of that reality. So now let's go into the exercise so all of us can throw the now we keep in incompletion to the now of completion. Now we're going to have 10 minutes, and this technique can be practiced throughout basically a whole 24 hours. Let's go into the technique. Basically, if you start practicing completion from today, every night, not only will build your future as you want, give you the powers to change your past as you want. For instance, you want a body that in which you desire. You want a healthy body. Nowadays in 2023, if you look at the people who are old age at 60s and 70s, if you look at the face of 60s and 70s right now, they're completely youthful and young. They're always continuously up in the gym or fitness or really micromanaging themselves and always trying to anti-age. So what happens? This generation of 60, 70, and 80-year-old, they are standing up and taking responsibility for a new way of old age. They want to gracefully look good before they leave the body. And that is okay. But I just wanted you to catch this point. They did not want to become the product of their past, their past trend, past generation. They wanted to be what they want now. So this is a small example that I've given you. Now each one of you, just take 10 minutes to sit down and start writing down all of the times in which you want to keep the now in your incompletion. Just take a few moments, get a pencil, a paper, or a pen or paper, book, whichever that is accessible for you at the moment, and start penning it down. I bet all of you are like, with the amount of exercise and internet that I have done throughout the whole program, I think I can be an author of my incompletions. Yeah, maybe you can. But you need to decide whether you want to be an author of your incompletions or author of your completion. So let's take a moment, everyone, and take out your pencil, book, pen, book. Give yourself a moment to write down all the things in which you're still holding on to. All these things you're holding on to is usually deep inside your mind. Like, for example, when you're hungry, your body, your muscle memory automatically knows where to look. It goes to the fridge and open the fridge and make something for you to eat, right? The same way, the mind. Whenever it decides, today I'm feeling a little bored, I'm deciding to release a whole lot of chemicals in the body and make this body agitated for some reason. Let me just allow them to feel agitated about their past. So whole day your mood is just gone. You allow your chemicals and hormones to take over you. You all of a sudden becoming Paramashiva. In those few months, you'll be like, I don't want to become Paramashiva. So those moments you can pen down and write it down. Those were the moments where you decided that let me make my incompletion now. If you have any doubt for this exercise, you can definitely put those into the chat. I'll be reading it and I'll be able to guide you more further. However, this is just a small 10 minutes exercise for all of you to get a shift. Yes, you can write anything you want. I'm seeing people sharing with me what is it that you're holding on to? What is the kick they feel like they're holding on to when it comes to holding on to their now with incompletion? See, there'll be some huge thorn in which you just love holding on to so that you can repeat it to people again and again and again and again, just like an audio recorder. So write those down. Or you're going to be writing your past so that you can alter the future. So take a moment and rewrite your past that is stopping you from manifesting the future that you would like. Write your past so you can alter your future. Sitting down and doing this exercise is you declaring to your physiology that you want to live in the now. Now let us all come back, settle down. Let's get into our next session, which is going to be the power manifestation session. All of you can share what your powerful cognition was in the chat. Write it down and share with me. What was the click? What was it that you were able to find? What was it that you feel or you felt that you were cherishing in your past? And why you gave your past the power to define you now? You can share that in the chat below. I'll give you a few moments to type it out, to share with me. Yes, I'm able to see everyone responding on the message on the chat below about what made them feel they're making, what is it, which incompletion are they making themselves feel for now? Yes, Ms. Suzanne, you've shared that you felt like you had an old incompletion and you had a difficult time letting it go. Okay, understood. And that incompletion and anger is related to your father. Yes. Ma Virupaksha, she's saying that it's related to the wealth that she has in her life, how she's still holding on to the old way of wealth, manifesting wealth, and how it has been impacting her throughout her life. So all these situations is nothing but you deciding to keep those moments alive. See, when you're focusing on the now intensely, being who you are now, when you say, okay, I'm no longer my past me, I am now, you will see the whole body, the whole cosmos will just support you in what you want to make happen now. The only thing is that sometimes you want the easy way out, because as human beings, we live in a society that every single thing is multiple choice. Every single thing is all about, let me manifest the freedom I want and the way I want it. So what's that happening? Just like in the session, how Somji was explaining, you can just, when Somji was making the deity, you can just simply buy this deity for 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Why do you need to sit down for hours and hours to make it? See, in life, the same thing happens. We don't want to sit with intensity. Instead, we want something immediately so that it entertains us. So what starts happening? We start losing the elasticity of being spontaneous and intense in the now. We always feel, oh, if I'm not intense and spontaneous, it's fine. I don't mind this door closing because right now we live in a society where someone is coming up with something new. So let me go and grab those moments. But what happens if you live in a society where what you have to do now is a need? That is when your biology changes. In Hinduism, this beautiful science of focusing and being in the now, that is what you call power manifestation. So now let's see how your now manifests powers. So let's get into the session. We're going to be going into a remote vision, as you all have been doing today, Duradashi power. Yes. So did you know, just wanted to let all of you know, did you know that the most people can lose up to 9 things in a day? For me, honestly speaking, I thought that I was clumsy and I lose things at least twice a day. When I was looking into the statistics globally, how many times, what is an average, if people lose anything, what is that most average amount in which they lose up to 9 things in their life? And particularly, things revolve around their lifestyle. It means like the keys, their phones, their wallet, and their electronic gadgets. So all of this items, you see, whenever you lose something in your life, it is always something related to you not being aware or you rushing, you not being in the now. So when you're doing remote vision is not just about a lost and found power. It is going to, when you're doing that power to recover that item, you will heal your ADHD pattern, the pattern in which caused you to be having lack of awareness in your life. This very power, when it starts manifesting inside of you, it starts healing all your insecurities. So you need to understand, it is not, oh, yeah, I'm able to see the color of the house, I'm able to see this, I'm able to see that. Zero. It is much more. Sometimes when people come to me for a lost and found, I became the most famous lost and found scanner. I'm like, no, it's nice to scan where you lose your items. But the whole point is that when you're scanning and it manifests and you're able to locate the item, it just simply shows you that the pattern in which made you insecure or lose things easily or take things for granted, all those circuits in your body starts getting healing, the pattern itself becomes a power. Are you all understanding this? So if you understood, you can even give a thumbs up. I'm able to see actually a lot of you in the rooms. Irene, Suzanne, yes, Heidi, and Agama Priyama, Virupaksha, yes, I'm able to see all of you. So if you understood what I was saying, just give me a thumbs up. See, one thing about all of you, you're very sincere, no doubt about it. You're extremely sincere in sitting and always wanting to look in and transform. So now, we're going to go into Kamachar Tivam, which is the power, which is appearing in a place based on your will. You're going to be experiencing how you're able to experience the whole environment around you, whether it's the temperature or whether it's anything. All the descriptions around you, how you have when you have your eyes open, the same way you're going to be doing that for this power. Like how Swamiji appeared in Chennai while being in Bididi, basically manifesting yourself 2 places at a time. Are we all getting this? You're going to be seeing the places, not just seeing the places, but experiencing the place through all the 5 senses. Are we all ready? Yes, we're excited. Let's see how our powerful exercise, that we did just now, how it transformed into an actual power manifestation for this session. Let us go all into it. I'm going to be guiding you. Now, what you're going to be doing is connect with a partner and request their consent. In need of assistance, please do reach out to co-acharyas of your room. See the chosen location inside through your third eye and surrender it into your Anandaganda. Let mind. Okay, so for now, all of you, please get a partner. You can either message each other on Zoom. You can call your partner, whoever that is available at the moment. Yes, just take a moment to find, request a partner, connect with a partner. Okay, so how about this? Let's do something more fun and interesting. Instead of calling a partner, why don't I project myself in all the rooms that you're in, and I'm going to be doing an action. All of you with your third eye, you're going to be actually scanning what I'm going to be doing. See, like how all of your cameras are open, right? I'm going to be projecting myself into your space. So if everyone is giving me consent, you can definitely just put on the message below on your chat that yes, I give you consent to enter into your space. You would like to show where you are, then I'll be manifesting the powers, not you. Whole point is that all of you have to manifest the power. So I'll be able to project myself into all your rooms. Yes. So are we excited? Yes. That's amazing. So now what I'm going to be doing for the first round, okay? I'm just going to be standing there. How all of you are doing DBK, the asanas that all of you do in the morning, the yoga asanas. So I'm going to be choosing a particular asana. I'm going to be projecting myself in that asana in your space. Are we all ready? Can I have a thumbs up? When all of you are ready, I'm going to start projecting myself. Yes. Okay, good. So now, everyone sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Just unclutch from everything. I'm going to take a moment. Chant the Mahavakya 3 times. Let's start. Deep from your navel center. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. See, this whole scanning is not about finding where I am standing in the location of your house. You're going to see how I appear in your space, in what asana I'm projecting myself into your space, into the current frame that you're showing on Zoom. Just in that frame alone, I'm going to be projecting myself there. Everyone connect to Swamiji through your Anandaganda. Yes, now all of you can scan. I'm going to be giving you a total of 2 minutes. All of you scan and see what is it that I'm doing? What asana is it that I'm doing? Once all of you see that, you can start typing your answer down on the chat.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Okay, you can start writing down what the third eye has revealed. In your space, what is it that I'm doing? What asana was it that I was doing? You can start typing out your answers.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
So now all of you can just start writing down your answers. What exactly where was it that I was standing in your space? And what asana was it that I was doing? Yes. Yes, I'm seeing everyone's answer. Someone's saying that I'm sitting in Padmasana. My hands on the side. What else, please? I did not see anything. Oh, okay. Yes, it's for Suzanne, maybe you're seeing me in Jajasana. Okay, someone's able to see me in handstand. Okay. Okay. Yes. Is there anyone else that would like to share before we move on to the next round?
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, so the asana that Dvaita Rajita was projecting herself into your space was Natarajasana. So anyone who told that I was doing something with my hand, yes, you were sort of getting it right. Also, you were manifesting. I was standing, yes, I was standing, but I was doing a different asana. So now I'm going to be going into the second round. Are all of you ready? Can I project this second round? Yes. Thumbs up, and I'll be able to move on to the next round. Yes. Yes. So next, I'm going to be projecting myself again in an asana.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
All of you can start scanning. I've actually projected myself into your space. Suzanne, you can do it. Don't worry. Just connect with Swamiji in the Anandaganga and just ask your third day. Show me what the asana looks like. Be in the intense moment of now. That's where your intention to be.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, you can start sharing. What is it? What is the second asana in which I was projecting myself into your space? All of us can start writing it down. All of you can start typing it out. Okay, Mapuna tree. It's the most straightforward asana I've ever heard. Yes. I see you sitting in lotus position with your thumb and index joint. Then I saw like your feet touching the ground, but your back is completely above the ground, and your arms touching the ground. Like you look like the three sides of a rectangle, head facing the ceiling, and the one side of the rectangle is the floor. Wow. Okay. This is the most detailed scan detailed message I've ever gotten in our conversation scanning. Thank you. So, Malika, I'm testing you if you can come on camera as well. Yes. Yes. So the answer for this asana that I was projecting is actually yes. So I was projecting Gohi asana. Gohi asana is when your whole arm is on the ground and your head is balancing, but your leg is not fully up. It's actually bent. If all of you know Gohi asana in yoga, it's basically Gohi asana. Yes. So Malika, you actually got the most correct. You manifested. You saw that my your back is completely above the ground and your arms touching the ground. Yes, that is exactly the description of Gohi asana. You partially manifested, however, you were able to see. So that's great. Okay then, every single one of you, thank you so much for participating in today's power manifestation session. We're going to be having more segments throughout the day in terms of power manifestation. Now let's get into the next session. Now it's going to be revealing one of the most interesting things about cosmology. Yes. So what is it? It's going to be about logic of the cosmos. We're trying to see how the cosmos thinks. We're done with how we see human beings think, how you think. But now let's see how the logics of the cosmos functions.
Understand? In last 100 years, the damage, destruction we did to planet Earth is unimaginable. Due to our greed, due to our extreme possessiveness. Just because binary logic makes our life more comfortable and luxurious, we forget the cosmic logic, karma exists. Same way, just because the beautiful things this planet Earth can offer to make our life comfortable and luxurious, we are trying to possess this planet Earth exclusively for us human beings. Understand? We are not just winning the nature, we are trying to kill nature. Billions of animals are killed for food every day. Whether for your food, or medicine, or cosmetics, or things which makes you comfortable, or luxurious needs, whatever may be the purpose. But we are forgetting the most important cosmic logic. Let us all coexist and celebrate life. Ahimsa paramo dharma. Non-violence is the ultimate natural law of life, cosmic logic of life. Ahimsa paramo dharma. Non-violence is the ultimate principle of cosmic logic. The extreme greed is making human beings possessive of planet Earth, and just for our taste buds, we are ready to kill billions of animals. It is not even to satisfy the hunger. Satisfying the hunger, keeping yourself healthy, is verily possible with vegetarian lifestyle, with plant-based diet, food, and lifestyle. We all know planet Earth cannot afford any more meat-based lifestyle. Planet Earth cannot afford, simply cannot afford, for multiple reasons. Not only as per the cosmic logic, even as per the binary logic, planet Earth cannot afford meat-based lifestyle. Killing animals, killing life for our taste buds is no more practical lifestyle as per cosmic logic and as per binary logic in both levels. The first step we Hindus need to do is collecting the cosmic cognitions, listening to the powerful truth and mapping them to our conscious. Sravana, Manana, collecting and mapping, contemplating. The first point, we need to do Shravana and Manana, listening and internalizing, is karma. We need to understand the cosmic logic. Understand? Modern day human beings are so enamored by the binary logic and its utility values in day-to-day life. Understand? The binary logic is useful for modern day human beings in so many ways in their day-to-day life, no doubt. To do all your transactions, interactions, in every level of your life, binary logic is so useful. And you are enamored by the binary logic. We forgot that something like cosmic logic exists. Understand? Cosmic logic is karma. Whenever we face a problem which cannot be addressed, attended by the binary logic, when binary logic falls short to give solution, we need to look up to cosmic logic. Multi-dimensional logic. I'll introduce these three important truths: length, breadth, depth, in a very simple way. Length means logic of the whole cosmos. Listen. Logic of the whole cosmos. Breadth means the flowing logic of the whole cosmos. Not rigid, but the flowing logic. When I say flowing logic, how water moves in certain logic on the ground, but flows, adjusts itself, assumes the shape based on the land on which it is flowing. A rigid logic of your life is length. Flowing logic of your life is breadth. Core of your life is depth. Patischa kindido gneyas satikara padestita shivascha kidusha prokta yotikara vivarjitaha. I'll read the translation. How the essential nature of Pati, who being established in the specific state of authority, performs the fivefold cosmic function, could be known. How the essential nature of Lord Shiva is above and free from the specific state of authority has been explained. Understand? He is not questioning the authority of the Paramashiva. He is only asking how the binary logic and cosmic logic is made to coexist together. Understand? Listen. If you understand how the binary logic of the universe you are experiencing and multi-dimensional logic of the cosmos happening, how these two are fitting, like how the gears in gearboxes get clutched and the power is transmitted, and how and when they get unclutched when it is not needed to be transmitted. He is only asking about the functionality of cosmic logic empowering binary logic. Understand? He is not questioning the authority of Pati. He is not doubting the powerful existence of the cosmic logic. He is only asking how it is happening. Explain to me. Now I will tell you. Understand? If you know how binary logic, under which you are all taught, is empowered by cosmic logic, and where cosmic logic empowers binary logic, where cosmic logic keeps itself away from binary logic, where cosmic logic is above the perception of binary logic. It is like how cosmic logic creates binary logic, where it sustains binary logic, where it destroys binary logic, where it puts the binary logic into delusion, and where it lifts the binary logic and liberates you. That's it. You are all small gears of binary logic. Parameshwara, Paramashiva is a large cosmic logic wheel. When the cosmic logic wheel touches your gear and empowers you, awakens you, triggers you, and when it withdraws, when you, triggered by Paramashiva, empowered by Paramashiva, starts deluding, you have your own individual supernal effulgence and get deluded. And when you realize the power is from cosmic logic, not from individual binary logic, and rest back in samadhi, this whole flow is Shivanyana. This whole flow is Paramashivanyana. Listen, understand this principle. The power gear, the source power gear is Parameshwara, Paramashiva. The individual gears which comes and gets connected is individual soul, binary logic. You, Pashu gets empowered by Pati. Understand? Pashu, bound self, is binary logic of this world, this universe. Empowered by cosmic logic, Paramashiva, the source power gear. Today you understand how the logic of the consciousness need to apply to you. I'll teach you the science of how to apply the logic of the consciousness to understand you. As long as you apply the biology or psychology, you cannot understand you. Understand? You are neither bio nor psycho. So the logic of the bio cannot make you understand what you are. Logic of the psycho cannot make you understand what you are. Logic of the physio cannot make you understand what you are. Logic of the consciousness only can make you understand what you are and bring you to completion. That is the proof you are consciousness. Neither physiology nor psychology or biology. You are not bio because the logic of the bio does not bring completion to you. If you perceive about you based on the logic of the bio, it doesn't fit, it doesn't match. Tons of conflict, contradictions. If you try to perceive you based on the logic of physio, again, it doesn't fit, doesn't match. I can give you 1,000 reasons why that logic doesn't fit with what you identify or feel, perceive, realize as you. Neither the logic of the bio, logic of the physio, logic of the psycho fulfills, completes all the questions and doubts you have about you. It is logic of consciousness that fulfills, completes, answers all the haunting questions you carry from the time you started remembering you. I guarantee, from the time you started remembering you, all the questions, haunting, daunting questions you have, if you have created the questions about yourself and no answers is found, it is haunting. If others have created questions about you and you believed it and still you are not able to find answers for it, they are daunting. All the haunting and daunting questions you have about you, I commit with you, I'll answer it with this one logic of consciousness. This one logic of consciousness. Purnamata purnamitam purnat purnamudachyate. Purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vasishyati. This one conscious logic will answer the whole thing. That is the proof you are neither bio nor physio or psycho. You are consciousness. So neither biology nor physiology or psychology can introduce you to you and answer all the haunting and daunting questions you carry about you. It is only the logic of consciousness can introduce you to you and bring completion to all the
Don't put your $1 million in the bank right now.
Why?
Because they only cover 25% of it.
What?
And they're going to invest your money somewhere else and by just giving you 0.01% interest.
Wait. No way. Then what do I do now?
Well, you can consider trying options investing. We have 3 option strategies that only our community knows, which is POSS, Strategy X, and Strategy Y. It's best to grow your money and let it work for you in the long term.
Where do you learn all this from?
Next Level Option Masterclass, where they will share with you valuable investing strategy and knowledge that can help you to grow your wealth safely.
Today this is going to be the first day work introduction session. Applying wrong logic is what I call confusion. Trying to force the wrong logic and trying to extract understandings from the wrong logic means you put the pineapple into the juicer and try to squeeze your best to get mango juice out of the juicer. No, that is what I call Maya. If you put pineapple, how do you think you can expect mango juice? And you forcibly believe, no, it is mango juice. That is delusion. You force others to believe it is mango juice. That is pharmaceutical advertisement. Some of the fundamentals we need to understand. The unit with which you measure liquid cannot be used to measure the length. Length is naturally measured in centimeter, millimeter, miles. Liquids are measured in liter, kiloliter, or gallons. So each units are different. The units cannot be exchanged. It will lead to confusion. Same way the logic. The logic with which you understand bio, you can't understand consciousness. You are consciousness. Understanding cosmic logic can make our lives more comfortable, happy, blissful, luxurious. I tell you, even 1 or 2 principles, ideas of cosmic logic, if you grasp internally, the very brain structure, physical structure will change. Not just the way you cognize things, the very physical structure of the brain will change for better. Just one principle. You don't have death. You just move to another body. This one principle. It's actually a reality. Understand? You have only one birth. You are born and you are dead. This is binary logic. Stupid. Too cheap. Too poor. Too mediocre. This one birth theory is such absolute mediocre. in scientific age, people should not be caught in the stupid superstition of one birth theory. One birth theory is superstition. Understand? Just if you cognize this multiple births, even if you understand one or two cosmic logic and internalize, like this theory of reincarnation. I should say not theory, the truth of reincarnation and truth of the source material of all of us, truth of the action and reaction as per the cosmos, the karma, cosmic logic, as per the cosmic logic, actions and reactions and effects and side effects, the karma, theory of karma. Just these few basic cosmic principles, if you understand, you will get out of all your worst delusions. I tell you, fortunately, already many Kailasa Vasis have given their time, life itself, and many Viswasis, sympathizers, devotees, supporters have given talent and treasure. We just need to organize ourselves and set the model communities sustainable, vegetarian, organic, cosmic logic tuned. Kailasas need to be established as a model to the whole world. Understand?